Oh, I was supposed to make this video a week ago, but I've been busy stressing, so here we go. Can change the camera angle again. Hope you guys are doing okay with all the craziness going on. If you're new, I'm Joseph, and today I'll be talking about and sharing my experience being a vegetarian for just about over a year and detoxing and all the stuff I've done. The pros and cons for me, tips for people trying to transition but are hesitant. I'm not a doctor. I'm just giving you guys and sharing everything that has helped me regain control of my mental health. So my 1 year was February 16th of this year. I urge anyone who hasn't yet to watch my first video I posted a few weeks ago titled Mental Illness to kind of give you background information on me as to why I made the diet switch along with other lifestyle changes. I'll explain all those too in future videos to space out the story. My diet before was the standard diet, I guess. What most people eat. I had meat all the time, fast food. I worked at McDonald's for about 5 years, so I was getting free food.
Oh, he's stealing! Bro, what the?
Most of the time. Fruits and vegetables. What else? Like, not as much as I do now. Multiple types of medication on and off due to depression, different levels of Cipralex, lithium. I forget the name, but these very strong sleeping pills. I was seeing a psychiatrist every month. I was working 3 jobs and partying all the time, so I was never getting good sleep. I've never smoked anything in my life. I wasn't out of shape. I worked out all the time, but I had a wrist injury and I had to get 2 cortisone injections 8 months apart. And then even after that, I was taking meds on and off for inflammations I was getting in my wrist despite those injections. I was sick here and there, nothing too severe, your typical cold and flu. After the incident, I was looking for some answers as to how I can get better and stay better. A friend of mine at the gym told me a buddy of his went on a pescatarian diet and for a month and how he improved his moods drastically. Pescatarian is when you can eat fish but you don't eat meat. He said he was always thinking positive and had clearer thoughts. So then I brought that to the attention of my boss, my part-time job, who I've worked with the last 7 years. He's a guru in anything involving living a healthy, woke, plant-based lifestyle. He says he's not, but he is to me. So over the years working with him, I picked up on a few things, and that day gave me some good advice regarding my situation. The original plan was to go pescatarian, but I never really liked fish or ate fish besides tuna and like sushi when I would go out. So I was like, fuck it, let's just go straight to vegetarian, and then eventually down the road maybe we can go vegan. Over the next few weeks I was doing a lot of research and watching a lot of videos on YouTube. I was just trying to get as much information as I could. I was seeing a lot of positive things and I was seeing a lot of negative things. Some people were saying it changed their lives and they felt better, and then I was seeing some people saying it ruined their lives, it didn't work, it's not a healthy lifestyle, and it's expensive. I work out a lot, so I had a lot of my gym buddies telling me that it was going to be a bad idea. I wasn't going to get enough protein, I was going to lose size, but honestly I didn't care about looking big at the time. I work out literally just to stay in shape and be active. If you care more about how you look and how you feel, then this diet's probably not for you, and you probably should go see a therapist. I met this girl who she had been vegetarian her whole life, and then she was vegan for 2 years, but she was a bigger girl, and I was confused as fuck because I thought my prior knowledge to everything, before everything, you gain weight from eating junk food and eating meat. And also I thought vegans were like all like skinny hippies, but my bad. But she later told me everything. She told me like what she ate and like how much she ate. So it was just like she was just overeating and just eating healthy junk food, you know. So now I was like, fuck, now I gotta pay attention to like how much I eat, you know. But like regardless with everything that's happened with me, I still was gonna do this. I just wanted that change, you know. And I understand that it's about balance, you know. You can work out but still eat like crap. You're gonna, you know, if you work out all the time, but if you still eat the same stuff, you're not gonna feel good. If you eat like a healthy, you know, like healthy diet, but you don't work out, you're like sitting down all the time, you know, it goes back and forth, you know. You have to have some type of balance, you know. So what I did for the first week before the change, I went out every day with a friend or friends to eat at my favorite restaurants and have foods that I wouldn't be allowed to have on the new diet. Then that weekend, I did a 50-hour water cleanse. I was going for 72 hours, but I was visiting my brother in Toronto who I hadn't seen in a long time, and he wanted to eat, so I was like, okay, whatever. I was trying to do this thing, I was trying to activate this thing called, how do you even pronounce it? It's autophagy, you know. I'll put it like right here for you to see it. I learned it from my boss, and it's pretty much, it means self-eating, and that's really what happens. Your body's eating itself in a cleaning manner. It's kind of like an oil change, but only happens after a long period of time of fasting. Again, I've created this very disciplined mindset, so like it wasn't hard for me, you know. I was just willing to do it, you know. And if I ever felt hungry, I just took a sip of water and it was gone, you know. Kept myself busy. I wouldn't recommend this though for if you like working out, especially if you're just starting out, you know. Talk to your doctor and family about it first. Also, before the diet, I did a parasite cleanse and a kidney cleanse. I was looking up ways to fully detox my body and found a program online by Hulda Clark, a Canadian naturopath. She passed away in 2009. Parasites are these tiny organisms that you can't see, like germs, and they literally just leech off you. They spread. You can get them from anything like tap water, meat, fish, vegetables that aren't cleaned properly, or lay eggs and shit, and it's just gross. So for 18 days, I had to starve the parasites. Pretty much, I had to have little to no carbs. I had only ate almonds, pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, sesame seeds, sauerkraut, red cabbage, eggs, celery, basic homemade salads like spring mix and water put together in water. I had to follow this chart and take a bunch of capsules that made me go to the washroom a lot. I never saw anything crawling in my stool, thank God. But I would get these random shocks or like chills, and it just felt like something was going on in my stomach, you know. When I finished the parasite cleanse, I also did a I did a kidney cleanse a couple weeks later. There is a liver cleanse. I still have it. It's actually over there, but I just never got to it, but I'll do it eventually in the future. The kidney cleanse was 3 weeks, and I had to drink a special herbal tea and take 4 different types of capsules a few times a day. And again, it was just going to the bathroom a lot. I started noticing I had more energy, especially in the morning, and I was able to sleep properly. I stopped taking my meds. I felt like I didn't need them. I was on medication on and off for 7 years. You know, didn't do anything for me. And then I started changing my diet, and then suddenly I feel better. Yeah. I told my psychiatrist, and dude flipped out on me. He's like, no, you can't do that. No, you need meat. Don't switch the diet. So like I lied to him, and I was like, all right, I'll stop. I won't do it again. I just kept going into meetings, getting prescriptions, and not going in to get medication, because it was always the same thing, you know. I go in, he's like, how are you feeling? Having any thoughts? Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna increase the dosage, see you in a month, you know. He's just there to give you pills, you know. Some people need it, you know, but for me, I didn't need it, you know. Therapy was 100 times better. A friend of mine convinced me to do it, and I did it, and I'd recommend therapy over psychiatry, you know. Especially if you get a good one, like I was lucky to have a good one. They're there to listen, and they're to tell you what you need to hear. That's why I also tell my friends, don't vent on social media, because your friends are just going to tell you what you want to hear and not what you really need to hear. But again, therapy, especially if you get a good one, it's really good to let things out, and then hopefully they can help you. Then also my family doctor, who's actually a friend of mine, and do checkups with him every few weeks. I haven't seen him in a while because I've been good for a bit, and with all this chaos going on, he's kind of booked up. But I do blood work every once in a while, and again, when I started slowly doing everything, like the only things I've been low in is iron and vitamin D, and it's like nothing too major, he says, and I take medication for like supplements for that. And then soon I'm gonna be looking into B12 stuff. What I ate, and to this day, I was rice, beans, potatoes, sweet potatoes, salads, fruits, vegetables, rye bread, avocados, vegan snacks. Every restaurant has like a vegan, vegetarian menu now. I didn't really eat cheese, and I don't at all now. I ate eggs until December of last year. Started eating tofu and temp this year. And along with smoothies, I only drank water, lemon water, silk, almond milk, sometimes chocolate almond milk, and kombucha. No drinking, like the club gun party drinking. I do intermediate fasting. Like I started at like 10 o'clock, then I brought it to 8, then 7, 6. Now I'm at 5, so my eating window is 9 to 5. I also don't drink and eat. I'll wait like 30 minutes apart from doing either, you know. And I feel like I'm giving my body time to like relax, absorb all the nutrition properly, like give it time to recuperate and stuff. And I feel good when I do that. I have energy all the time, you know. I'm a little down now because of the bullshit going on in the world right now. But other than that, I'm never sick. I didn't call in sick once last year. If I feel sore from work at the gym, I just stretch out, you know, and I'm good. Yo, get that pop. Like yoga, meditation, EFT, emotional freedom techniques. I'll talk about that stuff in another video. After 8 p.m., I've trained my body to kind of like shut down, fall asleep, and relax. And it's anytime after 8 o'clock, I can fall asleep whenever I feel like it. I can wake up whenever I feel like. When I dream now, it's more like I'm watching the dream instead of me being in the dream. It's really weird. And if I keep talking about it, I'm gonna sound even more crazy, so I'm just gonna stop right now. I lost 25 pounds. I was always 210, 212, and now I'm in the 180s, but I still kind of look the same. So to me, it was just, I lost a bunch of unnecessary fat, and just for the sake of having muscles to show off. So I feel good. I get enough protein. It's just the world has its priorities all over the place. We're spoiled, we're brainwashed, ignorant, distracted with a bunch of stuff. I just understand how things work now. The Game Changers on Netflix, an old documentary called Earthlings you can find here on YouTube. There's so much out there, and you just gotta do your own research and go in with an open mindset. You know, you decide for yourself what you want to believe, and like see if it benefits you in becoming a better person. If you're happy with how your life is right now, don't change anything. Don't listen to me. Just keep doing what you're doing. But if you're struggling and things ain't working, you know, you're on medication, seeing doctors all the time, consider changing your diet, you know. But obviously talk to your doctor first and your family members, because everyone's different. You might not have the same like results as I did, you know. Just look up a bunch of different videos, you know, come up with your own conclusion. I came up with my conclusion, and my conclusion is there are people out there doing everything they can to have you think in one way, you know. That benefits them. I don't think we're made to be eating animals, but I'm not rude about it. I'm not all up in your face protesting and sabotaging businesses, you know. People can do whatever they want. I just feel better now than I did before when I was eating meat, so that's it. So, and today's actually my first day on a full plant-based diet, but I'm not calling myself vegan yet because there's still stuff I don't know, and I'm not trying to be part of a cult. So I'll keep you guys updated with everything. I'll start making videos with meal prepping and meals and stuff like that. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Ask me, message me. Feel free to share your experience in the comment section. Thank you guys all for watching. Just take care of yourselves in this crazy time right now. Do whatever they tell you to do, and so we can get through it quicker, you know. Just try to keep yourself busy, and I'll see you guys all later.